Capricorns, this is your reading. Your blessing is ready, but God says you must stop this first. What is that? We're going to take this card. This is the blessing that's ready. We're going to put it away, and at the end, we're going to open it up. But first, we're going to see what God wants you to stop first, everybody. Yes? This is tarot, astrology, horoscope, mystery person, mystery reading, and this is your inspirational Saturday reading. Let's see what we have here, okay? God says stop doing this immediately. Whoa. Well, we have the Hangman energy here. I'm going to show you there are two kitty cats. Somebody is hanging there, and this woman is, she's just looking the other way. You see that? So, it could be about a Pisces, of course, right? Maybe you're a Pisces watching. You have it in your chart, whatever Pisces means for you, right? Pisces is the 12th house. It's the highest state of spirituality with yourself and with other people. So this one thing that's blocking your next blessing, Capricorns, is that you might have expectations of a person who is not as spiritual as you think they are. And God says stop doing this immediately. Why? Because this person or these people, right, whoever this is for you, whether it's a Pisces, you're a Pisces watching, you have Pisces in your chart, whatever this means, they are changing your perspective. And not in a good way, right? Because God wants you to stop this immediately. So what does that mean? Maybe you stopped believing in soul contracts, in the one, in Kismet, Maktub, Destiny. Those are all people that are negative. These are negative Nancys. These are Felicias. Why? Because they're constantly changing your perspective to something, right? Where you cannot go to the 12th house. Everybody needs to go to the 12th house. You're already the 10th house, Capricorns. So why would you want to go lower? You only go low because of the 4th house moon Cancer, the moon, right? That brings you down. It's emotions, it's not love, right? And Pisces is the highest spiritual love. Empathy and intuition comes from the 12th house, not the 4th house moon Cancer. 4th house moon Cancer is way below, and it's emotions. That's it. So, stop doing this immediately, everybody. Focus on moving forward. You are the 10th house. You're supposed to go to the 11th and the 12th. You are already in the 10th house. So you go to the 11th and the 12th. If you go down, then God says stop doing that immediately. You are not supposed to go down. Unless, everybody, you are climbing a mountain, you've reached the top, you go down and you conquer another mountain. Right? Look at these energies. There are two kitty cats here. So the year of the tiger is important. Others of you, Leo might be important, right? You could be a Leo watching. You have Leo in your chart. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Whatever this Leo and Pisces energy is, right? It is important. Leo is the soulmate, everybody. Leo is growth, creation. It's the sun, right? So there's a soulmate that's trying to come through here. But somebody is trying to keep you stuck here in a perspective, in a narrative. So this soulmate cannot come in. This could even be a reconciliation for some of you. Others of you, somebody is trying to block, right? The fact that you're trying to work it out with somebody here. These are all things where God is saying, stop doing this immediately. Recognize these people and then ask yourself what you want to do with it. Because the more you're going to continue with it, right? Then you will not be able, Capricorns, to receive this blessing that's ready for you here. Check your Astro Pretty Table for those of you who've bought your full birth chart reading, everybody. And check whether you have Pisces in your chart. Check Jupiter. And also check Sun, and check whether you have Leo in your chart. Check the final two columns. And you will know exactly what to stop and what to start, everybody. Okay? The final two columns. There are multiple columns in there, but the final two columns will give you more information about that. Yes? Yeah, Capricorns. So that's the first thing, right, that wants to show up here. Stop doing this immediately. There is this black and white energy here, right? Somebody wants you to get lost in your thought process, Capricorns. Stop doing that immediately. They're feeding you stuff, right? That is vague. It's not making things practical for you. So you start doubting your perspective. And when you start doubting everybody, which is energy that's occupied by fear, resentment, guilt, constant worry, right? Then there is no room or little room to receive, right? And that's the blessing that's ready here for you to be received. And energy that's occupied by fear, resentment, etc. is all moon, 4th house Cancer, right? So be mindful about that. So this black and white energy is here, right, with the cats. And then you have the 12th house, right, Pisces, which is beyond the multiverse, right? It's beyond Aquarius, the 11th house. And you are the 10th house, right? So somebody here, Capricorns, they badly want to change your perspective because they don't want you to end up somewhere or with somebody. There's something about Kim or Kimberly or Kim Wilde. Show me, please. This one thing is blocking your next blessing. What is that? Cancer. I told you. Everything that I told you about Cancer is here. You see these 3 women I'll show you with the cups, right? And they are acting like they are in unity, right? But it's emotional driven. It's not love driven. So at any moment, these 3 people are going to fight, argue. Why? Because it's emotional driven. There is no security, no stability, no grounding energy. And as you can see here, right? These cups are on the floor. And they're almost not touching the ground. Do you see that? So this lacks credibility. Because what are they doing here? It looks like celebrating, but that's not really celebrating, right? It looks like they're doing stuff here that is based on emotions, and it's out there not to grow, right? Why are they doing this? Look, because they are looking at this. Yay, Capricorn is confused. Yay, moon spells. Yay. We're going to say it is moon in Scorpio, moon in Virgo, moon in Cancer, moon in Capricorn, whatever, right? All spells. And emotions, everybody, take you out of your rationality, which means black and white, right? Duality. Suddenly you start doubting whether these are cats, whether this is black or white. You start doubting whether somebody here is really in the background, right? Here hanging. You start doubting the sky. You start doubting everything. And that's exactly what these moon witches want. So God says, stop doing this immediately. There are moon witches around you. And moon witches are people. Demons are people, the moon, right? Demons is, of course, never Capricorn, right? Capricorn, you're the devil, right? The devil is an angel, a fallen angel. That's not a demon. You, right? It is really simple, right? So, God says, stop doing this immediately. For some of you, you're sharing stuff here with people that you shouldn't be sharing. Whatever you're sharing, don't do it. Others of you, I don't know whether somebody wants to show you, look at me, oh, we're doing so amazing. They're not doing amazing, everybody. This is emotions. These are emotional people. If you would see them, everybody, then they're not happy. They're not celebrating. You're like, why are they celebrating? Why? What's going on? Nothing's going on, everybody. It's just a scam. The 3 of Cups is always about lying. It lacks credibility. It's the moon, right? There's always lies immediately here. Others of you, people could be judging you because of your husband or your wife, the people that you choose or that you interact with. Maybe they say, oh my God, why do you work there? These people are jealous. They don't have a life of themselves, right? Cancer. So they always attack churches, talk about destiny swaps, bullies, blah, 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 right? Who wants to talk about bullies, everybody, if they are moon witches? Don't make any sense, right? It's better to be with a bully, right, than to be with a moon witch. Moon witch is influencing free will, right? At least the bully is in your face, right? But moon witches is sneaky, everybody. It's false, right? I'm just saying, everybody. Some of you have Cancer in your chart. You're dealing with a Cancer. Others of you, Pisces definitely here. Jupiter and Neptune, you need to check it in your astro pretty table. Show me. Wow, the Queen of Wands is here. The year of the tiger is here. Very important. Whatever happened in the year of the tiger, it's important. You could be a tiger Chinese astrology sign. So you must stop doing this immediately. Capricorn, what is that? She's sitting here, right, with the tiger. And she is holding a beautiful bouquet of flowers. But look at her facial expression, or his, right? Whomever you are watching, his or her, right? Him or, regardless of gender. Look. So, God says, stop doing this immediately. This tiger is here, right? I don't know whether you're being excluded here, Capricorns. I'm just going to say it to you, everybody. Jesus was excluded too. You do know that, right? Jesus was attacked for a reason. He was a Capricorn too, right? So if you are excluded, stop finding that an issue. Stop dwelling on it. Stop thinking why. These are witches, everybody. They're supposed to do that. They're supposed to make you feel this way. Right? Others of you, they're standing between you and somebody that you want to be with. Maybe with a Pisces, a Leo. Maybe with the Cancer highest frequency, right? Could be anybody. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Could be anybody. But they're standing in between you and somebody else. And the message is, Capricorn, some of you are sad. But it is what it is, right? So stop doing this immediately. Dwelling on a situation where you're not supposed to be. This tiger is also, right? Look, very alert. Look at this tiger, right? So it's almost like you are constantly alert. Some of you, you're stressed here, Capricorns. This is, you're constantly under stress here. You're always alert. This could go wrong, this could go wrong, this could go wrong, right? That's not what life is about, Capricorns. This could definitely be fear, right? Or panic attacks. Again, that's all moon, everybody. 4th house Cancer. Are you with me? You are degrading yourself to Cancer energy. You should never do that. You're the 10th house. Go up. You're not supposed to go down anyhow, right? You climb, Capricorns. So the Queen of Wands here, God says, stop doing this immediately. This one thing that's blocking your next blessing. Could, of course, be a fire sign. It could be something about the tiger or a kitty cat or Leo. But the Queen of Wands here is also trying to fit in, or maybe meeting people's expectations, Capricorns. Others of you, you could be the manager, nobody likes you. You're the manager for a reason, Capricorns. They're not supposed to like you. You need to manage, right, the business or whatever is going on here. You rule, Capricorn, CEO, CTO, CFOs. It's lonely at the top. That's another reading that I've done. You're sitting in the top here. Look, it's lonely. There's nobody there, only a tiger, right? Everybody's attacking you. Capricorn is the CEO, CTO, CFO of the zodiac belt. Nobody else. That's what you get, everybody. Not everybody can reach the highest highs like you do, right? This is why you are the greatest of all time, Capricorns. Again, somebody here, people, right, moon witches or whatever this is, are trying to show you a life. That life is fake, everybody, okay? Whatever that is. Let's take another one here, Capricorns. Tarot, astrology, horoscope. Your mystery reading, your mystery person reading. And your blessed, inspirational Saturday reading. Show me, please, for the Capricorns. Show me another one. Yeah, look. You're in the upright, Capricorns. I have 2 queens here, by the way. This could also be a same-sex relationship, right? But this is exactly what's going on here. Somebody is stuck here, is not making any decision. Somebody's stuck. They're not making a decision. So these 2 energies are not coming together. You see that? Because these 3 people are in between. Others of you, this is you. 2 other people, your friends. There's a fight going on, an argument. Siblings, friends, colleagues, whomever these people are. And you're wondering, why are we fighting? You are fighting, Capricorns, because you're not seeing what's here. Somebody is deliberately doing that. So stop this immediately. And your person, whether it's business, platonic, or romantic, is still dealing with these people. 4th house moon, Cancer moon witches. So stop doing this immediately. Some of you are reminiscing, like, oh, we used to be together, or we did fun stuff, or that's my sister, that's my brother. They're not who you think they are, everybody. That's the whole point here. And so, Capricorns, you've been carrying something that isn't yours. And what is that? It's like you have to feel guilty because somebody else fell, right? For moon witches influencing them, right? This is energy, Capricorns, of you dealing, or this is somebody around you, right? You're dealing with energy that you're constantly asking, why did this happen? Or why am I not part of this group? Why are they excluding me? That's the better phrase. Why are they excluding me? They are excluding you because you're the GOAT. You're the greatest of all time. They cannot climb the highs, everybody. Only you can do that, Capricorn. This is why you are the GOAT and nobody else. That's just how it is, whether you are a brother or sister. Yes? Stop doing this immediately. If somebody is including you in gossip, everybody, no, step out of it. If somebody is including you in taking sides, step out of it. If somebody is including you in making you feel guilty that you're not loyal, or saying it's your fault that this group, right, or whatever is being affected, it is not your fault. If you are the CEO, CTO, CFO, get used to it, Capricorns. That's just how it works. Yeah? Nobody's going to like you. Why? Because you need to make decisions, right, that are not decisions that everybody's going to like. You're not there, on social media when you work, everybody. It's not about likes and views. Nobody cares, right? You're getting paid because there is an assignment, there is an objective. And this is why you are the CEO, CTO, CFO, right? So there is a feeling of betrayal here. Sadness because of exclusion or because they attacked you. Deal with it, Capricorns. God says immediately stop dwelling. Deal with it, thug life. And see who you are. And focus on that. And focus that whomever these people are, they do not belong in your life. Maybe they're still around you, everybody. If you are affected by gossip, it's just gossip, everybody. Do they pay your bills? I don't think so, right? Do they have your life? I don't think so, right? Do they have your education? I don't think so, right? Do they have your family? I don't think so, right? So all these energies here are about you wanting to be part of something or someone or a group that's not your group, everybody. They will always exclude you. Again, Jesus was a Capricorn. He was excluded for a reason, everybody. Right? Let's take another one here. For some of you, like I said, there are 3 people here. And there's an issue going on. There's a third party situation. Whether it's intercourse or non-intercourse related. Love, romantic, business, I don't know. But yeah. And if you're not getting through to somebody, then you're not getting through. That is the result, everybody. Right? And then God says immediately, stop investing. Stop giving your passion, your love, your energy, your money, your security, stability. No. These people don't deserve that. Maybe your person reconciled with an ex. Fine, Capricorns. Stop immediately dwell on it. If they're with their ex, they're supposed to be there, right? They make that decision. They have free will. Now, for loads of you, of course, this is black magic voodoo hoodoo, right? Of course, right? But then still, everybody, if they still decide, right, to interact with these people, listen, there's going to be a day that they're going to wake up. This is why Pisces shows up. And then this person's going to have regrets. They're going to be hanging here. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, I know now, Capricorn, that these are witches, right? Man or woman, doesn't matter, right? Look, there's nothing that you can do then, Capricorns, because at that moment, right, you have no interest anymore. That moment is going to come. They are going to come towards you and say, oh my God, I ended this relationship, should have done that. It's because of moon witches, other people, all that stuff. Fine. Meanwhile, God says, stop focusing on that. The Queen and the of Pentacles and Wands is here. The King of the Wands and the Pentacles is here. You're supposed to move forward. Yeah? Give me a final one here for the Capricorns. Yes, never have your energy being occupied by fear, resentment, guilt, constant worry, okay? Why? Because there is no room or, you know, a little room to receive everybody. The blessing, which I'm going to open up in a moment, right? Show me, please. Show me. The one thing that's blocking your next blessing. The Ten of Wands is reversed. Sagittarius energy. Make something smaller, everybody. Don't make it too big. If you feel that there's a lot going on, this is also analysis paralysis, right? Because of emotions, right? Energy occupied by fear, etc., right? Then the Ten of Wands reverse is a lot of stress. And stop doing that. Look at this dog, this man, right? Who looks really old. The door, right? It's reversed. This is like with this tiger, right? For some of you, there's definitely CPTSD going on here, Capricorns. You're always on alert mode. And knowing danger, sensing danger is normal, right? It's part of our human existence, also psychological wise. We need to feel that energy, right? For those of you who do not know, I also have next to a business degree, psychological degree, and also medical degree, right? So it's normal, everybody, but at a certain moment, it's not normal anymore. Why? Because you've been constantly confronted, right, with attacks, and then you start normalizing it, and then your body is always, alert. You can't relax anymore. Whatever this is, right? If this is violent energy, by the way, Capricorns, you need to ask for professional help. These are people with degrees, everybody, people that have studied for it. Yes, not tarot readers that just talk about it, right? And talk about stuff that they find on ChatGPT. No, people who really have degrees. Yes, this could also be the authority, maybe the police, I don't know. For some of you, you keep protecting somebody here. Stop doing that. You keep making excuses. Stop doing that. Maybe your person has an addiction. Stop doing that. Maybe they cheat around. Habitual liar. Stop doing this. Making excuses. And others of you, right, maybe this is something about mom, dad, or whatever this is, your ex, I don't know who this is, everybody. Or maybe it's your current person, your current relationship. But if you keep having this energy, right, being occupied, right, by fear, resentment, guilt, and all that stuff, you will not receive the blessing that's here awaiting you. The blessing is ready. But God says you must stop all of these things first. By the way, the Sagittarius energy here. You have it in your chart, you're dealing with one, right? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Sagittarius, Cancer, and Pisces energy is here. And Sagittarius is prominently here. And Leo. Show me, please. This one thing is blocking your next blessing. Yep. Justice is reversed here. Something is unfair. For some of you, is it your job to make something that is unfair fair? Is it? Others of you, you're dwelling on it. Is it unfair because it's unfair, or is it now unfair because you can't release it? Justice reverses also people, right, that don't want you to start a court case, everybody. This is how you stay emotional, right? If you don't take the right, everybody, if you don't step into your right, Capricorns, then your energy is going to be occupied by fear, resentment, guilt, or constant worry. Why? Because you're not stepping into your right. Right? It's right mode. So people want you to give up. Or people could even be saying that it's fight mode. Again, everybody, tarot readers that talk about law, who don't have a background in law, nothing, right? They don't know what they're talking about. You should always step into your right. Always. Yeah? So stop doing this immediately. Listen to people who want you to be in a fight mode. Fight mode is emotional, 4th house moon, Cancer. These are also people, by the way. Maybe you're a judge, you're a lawyer, attorney. I have you as clients too, right? For loads of you, they're jealous. They don't have that, right? Those are, people, tarot readers, right? They have nothing, everybody. They wish they had that kind of education, but they don't, right? If this is a court case, Capricorns, you need to be logical. It's reversed, right? So you need to stop immediately emotions. You need to be logical. You cannot have emotions in a court case, everybody. This is why it's called the law, right? And not called emotions. You work with the law. You don't work with emotions. You can't bring your point across, everybody, if your energy is occupied by emotions, fear, resentment, guilt, worry, whatever, right? It's 4th house moon Cancer. You cannot be occupied by emotions. Yes, very important here, okay? So God says, stop doing this immediately. Stop, listening to people who don't want you to step into your right. Stop dealing with people that are creating unfair situations, are unfair, make it unfair for you. So you have to make it fair, right? Because that's ultimately what people want, right? People are triggering you, challenging you, so you get distracted from the blessing that's here, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So if there is something with the court case going on here, or with the law, stay focused. So you can still do what you need to do, and this court case or this unfair energy, right, is not fully taking you over as a monster, so you can't operate in daily life anymore. Be aware of that. With the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles or the King, right, invest only in what is fair and what's rational. Don't invest in anything emotional. I do have a split or breakup divorce for loads of you not together with your person because of moon witches. Loads of you bought your removal of black magic, right? It's being removed as we speak. They're all falling down, right? These moon witches. At the end of this reading, there's going to be a screen, everybody, with moon witches video. You can check it out if you want to. Let's look at your blessing, right? It's ready. And if you stop all these things first, if it resonates, right, then this blessing is coming in. Others of you are already doing amazing, right? The blessing is coming in fast. Forgiveness is here. Wow. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Did I not say that, everybody? Whatever this is about. Past disappointments, everybody, is literally Cancer, the 4th house moon. If you've ever been with a Cancer, everybody, or you know a Cancer, they keep grudges and tensions their whole life. They don't want to work it out. They live, they thrive, they feed everybody on fear, resentment, guilt. They are that energy, right? 4th house moon Cancer. So forgiveness is here. Once you start removing, right, all this energy that are blocking your next blessings, there is a new relationship coming in. Look, for those of you who want it. For some of you, even a reconciliation if you want it. Why? Because forgiveness takes place. Forgiveness, everybody, is in the energy of love. It is never in the energy of emotions. You cannot forgive if you are in your emotions. You know that I'm right. You can only forgive if you step into love. And what is love? Love is seeing somebody who they genuinely are without their emotions, everybody. Beautiful energy. Gorgeous energy. This is your reading, everybody. This is your inspirational Saturday reading, your mystery person reading, your mystery reading, tarot, astrology, horoscope. If you like the long form readings around an hour, everybody, you check the video section. You have 2 videos every day, right? The messages here regarding mystery persons that are connected here is definitely Pisces, Libra, Sagittarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Be extra mindful about these energies. Yes? Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.